Or a large proportion. We spend about $7 billion a year, and quite a large proportion of our R&D investment goes to the UK, close to probably a third, but it's a very substantial investment we make every year in the UK.
How quickly do you think the benefits of this centre will start to come through in the pipeline?
Well, the benefit of being in Cambridge is already evident, is obvious to us, is that 7-8 years ago we had a couple of collaboration with institutions in Cambridge. Today we have 200. So, and collaboration with some of the best academic institutions in the world. The Laboratory of Molecular Biology, the University Cancer Research Center, and many others. And so already we see the impact that it has on our own research and development.
Now, obviously, during the last year, AstraZeneca has become a household name to people who would never necessarily have previously known about you and what you do. How difficult has your job been, given the criticism that you've had from some politicians?
Well, you know, our job is in the industry is really to focus on the science and the best science to develop products, and we always focus on this. And we will be criticized because some of our projects fail, and you know, we have been lucky enough in the last few years, our productivity has been high and we have had more successes than we have had failures, but failures happen and we get criticized. Typically we get criticized by, you know, investors or the media, but it's part of our life.
Now, until now, you provided the COVID vaccine at cost. You've just said that you're going to start seeking a modest profit from it. That's because you want to channel some of those profits into the antibody COVID treatment.
Yeah, I mean, we've always said that we would supply this vaccine at no profit for a period of time. And by the end of this year, we should be close to 2.5 billion doses of vaccine at no profit. And we still have orders to deliver at no profit next year. And we are transitioning progressively to a profit position with new orders. And so that will have an impact next year.
What will inform the decision making as to which countries, which territories you seek to make a profit from?
Oh, actually what we said is that we will have a tiered pricing policy, and that will go from no profit pricing all the way to profit pricing. And even the profit pricing will be generating a modest profit. But for people for countries, at the low end of economic resources, we will make no profit, and then we will have a different pricing policy according to how rich the country is.
But the fact that you are seeking to make a modest profit in some countries, some territories, does that mean you no longer think they are in a pandemic?
Well, you know, you have to remember that the disorders we are taking today will be delivered next year. We still have a lot of orders at no profit to deliver. So they will be delivered next year. So you got to think of the infection as if you were already next year. And so essentially most of the world at that point will be in a different phase, and we will be more in a regional epidemic or regional pandemic than a global pandemic. But you know, we will of course adapt to every circumstance, and countries that have low purchasing power will be supplied at no profit or very low price, and others will be a bit more.
When you look at the profits that the likes of Pfizer and Moderna have made from their COVID vaccines, does it make you feel that you missed a trick in not pricing similarly?
Not at all, because our plan, I mean, we always knew that some vaccines would be sold at a profit, and we made the decision from day one that we would partner with Oxford and deliver this vaccine around the world at no profit, so everybody could access it as much as possible. And again, we've delivered more than 2 billion doses, 30% of global supply so far, so it really has worked quite well, actually.
To what extent has vaccine rollout distracted you from other developmental work?
It didn't, actually. I mean, if you look at it, our company is doing very well. In the last quarter, we had 8 positive phase 3 readouts across a variety of treatments in liver cancer, in biliary tract cancer, in prostate cancer, In breast cancer, where with one of our new products, we had totally transformative data for the care of so-called HER2 positive breast cancer. So our pipeline has never been as strong as it is today. Our company is doing very well. We're very much on track to achieve this famous $40 billion sales milestone that we announced we would achieve by 2023. And nobody believed in at the time, and we're probably going to achieve it 1 year ahead of time.
Now, obviously, Alexion added a fourth therapy area to the three that you were already involved in. The success of the vaccine rollout has convinced you that this could be a fifth therapy area. Are you trying to do too much at once?
No, I mean, we have a great strength in oncology, and we believe we can be one of the top 3 companies in the world in oncology, and maybe even better than that by 2025. We continue to do very well in cardiovascular, in biopharmaceuticals overall, and now we have rare disease. What we call the vaccine and immune therapy unit is really looking at managing this portfolio of products to vaccinate or treat people with viral diseases. We want to maximize the value of these assets and manage them better. Now, whether we invest in the long run in this field remains to be seen. But there's a lot of synergies across this portfolio of products, and that's why we brought these products together under one single leadership.